Good morning, Virgo. So, just as a quick heads up, there is definitely mischief energy in the air this week. The universe is really giving me a bit of a hard time, a bit of tough love going on, a bit of being called out for things. So, just to be aware that this may be a I'm going to say tricky reading. Just be aware. What do I have for you? I've got a note to myself to ring my dad, so maybe you need to ring your dad too. My baby used to dance underneath my architecture. Lana Del Rey, what is it? The Next Best American Record, I think it's called. That came through for you last night. Specifically that line though. My baby used to dance underneath my architecture. So it kept kind of playing that bit to me. So maybe this could be something to do with somebody who used to live in your house. Your architecture would be your house, right? So somebody who used to come to your house, perhaps. I also got Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift. So what I'm getting this morning is a sense that maybe somebody has had a bit of a breakup, or there's somebody from the past perhaps that you're dealing with. But yeah, somebody I'm picking up a breakup here. I also got Cup of Coffee, can't speak, Cup of Coffee by Garbage and I Want You by Taylor Parx. So no, of course we can't be friends, not while I'm just so obsessed from that Garbage song. It could be that you need to break up with somebody. You told me you didn't love me over a cup of coffee. It could be that you need to do it and you're finding it hard to find the word. You're finding it hard to you don't want to do it. Possibly for somebody. It doesn't have to be a relationship either. It could be just a difficult discussion you need to have with somebody in general. Whether it's, I don't know, perhaps somebody... a friend that you've had a disagreement with, you know, it's not working out, or a family member or a colleague. It doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic interest. But I do feel like somebody has had a bit of a difficult relationship end, and then they've got some choices. That I Want You song by Taylor Parx is like, and you know I like my options, I'd be switching and swapping. So I don't know, maybe somebody who is kind of playing the dating game a little bit, or somebody who's hung up on that past person. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sniffly today again as well. Visually, the only visual that I had through that I can remember, now I did have a dream and I've been trying to remember it all morning and I can't, and it's really frustrating me, but a visual that I saw was kind of like an office space. I think it had white walls, white table, quite cluttered, quite messy, so sort of like somebody was... I got the impression it was maybe an artist's office, or somebody who was creating something, but there was... The significant thing that I can remember was up against the wall, sort of on the desk close to the wall, there was kind of like a silvery stick with a butterfly attached to the top of it. So I don't know if you've got that, that's you, then there may be messages here for you. But yeah, quite cluttered office space with a butterfly on a stick. So I don't know what that was. It looked like it was like a decoration of some kind, right? Or perhaps like it could be something that this person was creating. They had it on the stick, so they could paint it, and the air could get to it while it dried, maybe. Right, okay, what else do we have? A song for you, a randomized song for you. So the two... I'm very messy today, aren't I? I don't know why. I'm quite well prepared and I just feel flustered all of a sudden. So again, this could be an energy that you're finding yourself falling into. This was yesterday's song. It came through for Leo. So I'm going to randomize the song for you now on camera. We'll see what we get. It's from my Discover Weekly, so it's not songs that I'm necessarily familiar with. Maybe I need to slow down and speak a bit more slowly. Yeah, not songs that I'm necessarily familiar with. I don't know what songs are on here. I haven't particularly looked, other than the ones that have randomized so far. So again, whatever comes up, totally out of my hands. Come on. Voodoo Child, Rogue Traders. Now that is funny because that song came through for somebody else this week, and you can see, sorry about the alarm, maybe alarm bells are ringing for somebody. You can see the little heart here. I haven't liked this one. I do have a version of this song that I have liked on my playlist. So this is the second time it's come out, but it's a different version of the song, which again, the universe is being super tricky this week. Who had that song? Who had it? Cancer had it, I think. Right, okay, thanks universe for that. It just really is messing with me so much at the moment. So Voodoo Child by Rogue Traders. I'm going to tune into the energies. I'm going to try and concentrate on what I'm doing, and we're going to pull some cards for you. I am sorry that I'm really messy and scatty today. I don't know what it is. I assume I'm picking up on your energy or the energy of your reading. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and calm down. I'm gonna tune into the energies, hook up to the universe, and we'll pull some cards and see what you get. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, Virgo, let's go. Let's see what we have for you. Can I get a card for Virgo, please? Can I get a card for Virgo, please? Spider and bear. Okay. Just noticed a bit of fluff on my top that I was picking off. So it is looking like there's a work situation here. I feel like the bear is watching the spider. So it could be two energies. The bear is watching this spider working hard, spiders build their web every day, and they do it over and over and over again. They put it up, they should take it down. If I'm educated correctly, I believe that spiders they take their own web down each night or each day. So if you see a spider web that's still there, it means the spider has either got lost, I guess, or the spider's died, because normally they would remove their web every day and put a fresh one up. Excuse me, sorry. So sometimes this gives me a sense of somebody building a trap of some kind, but I feel like this bear is watching the spider. So they're both earth energies, so they could actually be the same energy. You can see this earth sign up here at the top of the cards. Bears have a lot of burdens. They're quite solitary animals. Why am I having so much trouble with your reading today, Virgo? I'm just not getting very much from the cards. I'm noticing the sun with the rays coming off it on the top of the bear card, and the shape of the spider web with the different strands coming off it. I don't know if I'm going to carry on with this reading or if I need to start again. I'm just really not getting much through for you, but it's like the energy is really strong. I can feel the energy. I'm just not getting much through. So I don't know if perhaps you're not revealing very much. Maybe you're really kind of keeping your cards close to your chest, or it's almost like a dial tone, like a dead line. Like the connection's there, but your end is completely silent. I can't get anything from you. The plane, no, of course we can't be friends. Not while I'm still so obsessed. I guess I always knew the score. This is how the story ends. I feel like you've just completely taken all your energy away from somebody. Like You're really done with somebody, and you've, like, any attention that you used to give a person, you completely pulled back. Perhaps you've seen somebody for what they are. You've kind of seen that somebody's, I'm getting sticky situation. Somebody's in a sticky situation, perhaps. I don't know. What a funny reading. Really, I've never had energy like this before. I've had, just, I think the Emperor's under there. Yeah, the elk. I've had readings before where I've just felt like quite disconnected, like I've not had much intuition going. But this is a really strange energy. Like I say, it really feels like I'm fully hooked up, but I'm just not getting anything through. It's like if you're on the phone to somebody and the other end, the person just stops talking and goes completely quiet, but you know they're there, but they're not saying anything. So really strange energy. It's making me quite uncomfortable. Can I get, there we go, right, okay, shield. Oh, you've got 2. Shield, you need to defend yourself and you are highly thought of. Well, that's interesting. Again, like, psychic ability, trust your intuition. You need to defend yourself. So that's what I'm saying. It's like your shields have gone up. You've gone defensive. You've gone cold. You've gone quiet. You've gone, like, inwards, almost like a bear hibernating. You've kind of, I don't know, like, maybe you need to defend yourself because of this energy of setting a trap. Maybe it's like, watch what you say. Maybe it's like, you know that you shouldn't say much about something, so it's like keeping stum. Like, I'm zipping my lips as I say that. I'm like the action of zipping my lips. You are highly thought of, Bow. Could be something to do here with, like, winning a prize. I'm getting kind of, the shield is almost like, it's coming through as a trophy for me almost, and this is coming through almost like a rosette. So I think that, is it like a tennis trophy? There's something shield. Okay, I don't like that energy that it's slipping into. Trust your intuition, it says. So what I was picking up is like, possibly almost, we could be dealing with somebody here who is seeing someone as a prize to be won, could be seeing you as a prize to be won. It's not a nice energy. It's like, it's almost like placing bets. You know, there's like 90s movies, where it's like, let's place a bet and see who can get the girl or the guy, you know, or, you know, however you identify coming to this reading. Shield, you're highly thought of, so it's like you're the prize to be won. But okay, we'll pull more cards on that in a moment. Again, the eye is like that sense of watching somebody, but this person's back is turned. So it could be that people are watching you, but your back's turned. Yeah, no, look, like, shields are up, walking away, back's turned. So perhaps almost that is, that's coming through as, perhaps people think highly of you because you've put your shields up and walked away from a situation. Can I get a card from this deck, please, for Virgo? Card for this, thank you. The moon, changes in your life. The change could be that you've turned your back on somebody, right? Dog, close up. Pleasure with a close friend. So I feel like the change in relationship could be something to do with this dog. Dogs in the tarot normally symbolize a loyal friend, or somebody who's very, like, loyalty or companionship, somebody who's like always by your side, like, you know, they've got your back. But I feel like perhaps, I do feel like there's some sort of change with this relationship with whoever this person is. I will pull clarifiers, we'll get more on it. What else do you have for me for Virgo, please? Can I get one card, please, for Virgo? Thank you. Do you see the way that one flipped out then? Broom, new home, new attitude. Okay, so you've got a change and a new home. You could be changing, literally changing home. Some of you might just be having a bit of a spring clean before perhaps you start to celebrate some of the holidays that are coming up. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. You know, you might be sprucing things up before you put up your decorations. Others, it's a new attitude, cleaning out those cobwebs, right? You've got cobwebs in this broom, so cleaning out. There's definitely something that's cleaning out here, whether that's some sort of old relationship. You could be clearing the cobwebs of an old relationship. Somebody could have found a trophy, an old trophy, like a childhood award that you got at school or something when you were cleaning out cupboards. That just kind of kept randomly came through. December, well, we're going into December, so it looks like this change, whether it's a change of attitude, a change of relationship, change of home, the change looks like it's coming through in December. So again, we're going to pull more cards as we go. I'm glad that I'm starting to get stuff through now, because I really felt very, very stuck. The bear could be here with the home. It's because you're kind of stuck indoors, perhaps you're kind of getting frustrated because you're in the house. Perhaps you're sort of seeing, oh, I've got too much stuff, I need to have a bit of a clear out. Kind of almost sick of seeing the same old things, perhaps. I do get this sense of like somebody, that shield, that medal, that award seems to be coming through quite strongly. I don't know why that's important. Okay, trust your psychic ability, trust your intuition. Somebody could be watching you. You're highly thought of by somebody. You need to defend yourself. Why is this need to defend yourself here? Yeah, look, so it looks like somebody is interested in you. It could be a past relationship. No, I can't be friends with you because one of us is still too obsessed with the other person. I really feel like it's a breakup energy. It's like, here you are, like highly thought of. You're kind of like the prize, is the way it's coming through. But this person is watching you. They're quite obsessed. But because she's looking backwards, I feel like it's somebody from the past. It's interesting. The red rose came through for Leo yesterday. There was a thing with a red rose and a white rose, and I noticed on the Garbage song, A Cup of Coffee by Garbage, the image on it was a red rose. So if you're kind of on the cusp of Leo, Virgo, this could be something for you. You've also got this red on your hair, like you could be this person. This is a person. Right, I'm to try and explain it properly, because I'm too busy trying to figure it out and not explaining it enough. This is the romantic woman card. So it's almost like the Queen of Cups energy. It's a romantic interest normally, or just somebody who is kind of quite dreamy, likes the idea of romance being whisked off her feet or whisking someone off their feet. It does come through as female. Some of the cards in tarot aren't gender specific. No matter if it's like a king or queen, you can say it could be anyone in that energy. The Lenormand and Kipper decks I take as identifiers for figuring out who people are. So to me, this is probably definitely a female. So it could be you, if you're kind of the main female, or it could be a love interest, or somebody around you who's in this very, very romantic mood. I do feel like somebody has their eyes on you, and it's somebody from the past. That's coming through quite strongly. They see you as a prize to be won. Perhaps you kind of perhaps they see you as somebody who got away from them. You know, they missed their chance with you. They've never really let that go. They could be coming in for the win. I see it as possibly. Ace of Swords here. Yeah, they could be communicating something with you, or there could be a need for you to put those shields up and cut this person out, or draw a line in the sand for them. Right, let's have a look at dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend and changes in your life. The moon. Moons can be to do with emotion, so there's some kind of emotional relationship here. It says friend. Tell me more about the dog and the moon, please. The dog and the moon. Clouds are clearing. See, I love when it does this, because look, you've got these clouds like clearing the moon here. The moon card in the tarot is to do with secrecy, things, the unknown, intuition, things that you can't see but you kind of know in your gut. So like the clouds indicating sort of secrecy or confusion. And then you've got a card called literally the clouds, which is about the sky clearing, clarity coming in, coming out of a difficult period into a brighter, more fresh day. You know, the storm clears the kind of bad energies from the air. Again, with that Ace of Swords there and this lightning, it's almost like there's a light bulb moment that's going to happen. It's news coming in, clarity, suddenly seeing a situation for what it is, possibly regarding with this dog. It's like you're going to see this dog for who they are. You're going to get a close-up view of them. Perhaps there's fair woman there as well in the underneath. Fair woman dealing with a relationship with a woman with grey, blonde or white hair. As I was saying when the fair man card came out this week, the fair woman card often says to me it's somebody who is not necessarily fair haired, but it's somebody who is fair, somebody like Libran energy, somebody who's balanced, fair-minded, will listen to both sides of a story. So you may need a mediator, or it may be that this dog person is actually a friend for you, who's a very, very close friend, and who can mediate a situation for you if you're having a difficult relationship with somebody else. Key there, successful outcome to your problems, and then the candles in the reverse. So we'll stop there. Yeah, I feel like possibly, I don't know if this friend is a supportive friend, but you're gonna see them more clearly. You're gonna see their intentions. You've got a 6 here as well. 6s again are about kind of like the past, nostalgia, equal fair and share as well. And you've got the King of Clubs, which is the King of Wands. So it could be the King of Wands is very, very passionate. They take action. They get things done that need to be done. We'll find out more about this as we go through. We've got December and Broom, new home, new attitude. So what's going on in December? Why is Broom here? Can you tell me more about why the Broom card is here, please? Thank you. Wishing well in reverse. So that is wishes not coming true. Something not working out the way you expected it to. It can also mean a lack of money for me. The wishing well is associated with money, with wishes, with abundance, with the well keeps giving. You can keep drawing water from it. So this is a situation where the well is running dry. So it could be emotionally running dry or financially running dry, which is motivating this change. Could be change of attitude. Interestingly enough as well, you have the moon there. On the underside. I think the moon has a different meaning in the Lenormand deck. It doesn't come out for me very often, so I might just have a quick peek at what that is. I'm just noticing the number 41. Somebody could be 41, or the number 41 could be relevant for you. You might live at house number 41. I feel like it's almost like just debating whether to say what I'm getting or not. It's like if somebody is going to turn 41, possibly in December, maybe you've got a birthday coming up, or somebody has a birthday coming up. You wouldn't, would you, because you're Virgo? So December would be Sagittarius going into Capricorn. If you may have to make a change before your birthday, possibly, is what's coming through there, or before somebody's birthday, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. I'm looking at the well card. I didn't mean to do that. Something about that well that's calling to me, and I don't know what it is. Right, the moon in the Lenormand deck. Love and romance, intuition and psychic abilities, imagination and creativity are but a few of the ideas that I stand for. I reach across the sky and influence the waters. I am admired all around. I bring fame, I bring honours. That's interesting because you've got that bow card there as well, which is talking about being well thought of. So it's almost like perhaps the universe is thinking well of you. You know, you've done something, you've perhaps acted in high honour in a situation, and the universe is going to reward. What is that noise? It sounded like a weird bird noise, but it might have been a car. Why is the romantic woman here, please? Can you tell me more about the romantic woman? Can you tell me more about the romantic woman, please? Main male. Okay, so if you identify as male, this is you. If you don't identify as male, but feminine or other, then this is, when you heard main male, who did you first think of? Who did your mind go to? That is the person. So could be that one of these two people is very highly thought of. There is a relationship here between these two people. They're not the same person. Could be that there's definitely this feeling of like the past returning, or of somebody watching, possibly a bit of an obsession. You need to defend yourself possibly against this person from the past. Somebody could be spinning a web of lies. My heart is absolutely racing right now. Somebody's highly thought of here. I assume that because you're the person coming to the reading, you're the person who's highly thought of. So whichever person you identify as, but the other person I feel is watching you. They may think highly of you, but I see somebody thinking of somebody as a prize. I don't really, you know, that can be nice. It can be like, you know, this person's, you know, having somebody on a pedestal, really thinking very, very highly of someone. But if it's almost like, if this person's coming towards you just because they want to win you, they want to kind of tick you off the list of conquests. You know, we had that Taylor Parx song, I want you and you and you too. Just be wary that somebody may be coming in just so that they can say they've had you, especially if it's somebody from the past or it's a difficult breakup. It's this reading's coming through very, very strangely for me. So what's becoming clear here? What's this change about? What's being revealed here? What happens when the clouds clear, please? What happens when the clouds clear, please? Great fortune. Well, bonus, right? Fortune, it doesn't necessarily mean money. I've got a really itchy nose. Perhaps you've got a really itchy nose, like hay fever or something, I don't know. Great fortune, it can be knowledge, it can be literally this relationship. If this is a positive relationship, you know, you could feel very, very fortunate to have this person in your life. It's like, thank goodness you were here. I got wish you were here then, as I said that, just like an old British travel show. It's like maybe you've had a holiday with this person, or maybe you're going to travel with this person. Great fortune. I also, she's kind of on a pedestal. So again, it's this sense of being admired, being like this reward and recognition that's coming in for you. If you are getting some kind of reward or recognition, this is kind of like an alternate story here that's coming through now. If you are being, you know, getting some kind of, could be a bonus at work, right? Or some kind of status, like like some kind of name, like it's almost like getting an OBE or you know, an MBE from the Queen, like some kind of like label perhaps, or award, or it's like employee of the month almost, is the way it's coming through to me. Some kind of recognition. It could be that somebody else is jealous, is how this is coming through. Okay. just trust your intuition, because your intuition is going to keep you on path no matter who you are in this situation. The boot there as well, it's like you need to put your foot down in a situation. Enough is enough, almost. They're giving me enough is enough, I can't go on, I can't go on. So I'm just going to write that down. Okay, and then all these songs that come through will be in the description box down below. You can go and look them up, watch the videos that come along with them. I did that for a reading in the last set of readings. I watched all the videos and I couldn't believe the parallels between the imagery of all the videos. I can't remember which sign it was now, but it was crazy, the repeating imagery throughout those videos. So maybe go and look up your songs, look up the videos of the songs, see if anything stands out to you, see what your intuition tells you, whether it's the lyrics, the mood of the song, the imagery, just see what you get from that. It might help you to digest some information about your situation. So tell me more about December, Broom, and the Wishing Well in reverse. What's this about? What is this about? This is coming through strangely. Okay, you've got 2 cards. Again, being quite secretive here. Thoughts. Definitely somebody's thinking about somebody. Could be these 2 people here. Look, the similarities. Poverty, yeah, the wishing well. I was picking up on that, like this sense of not having enough money, like financially not having enough money. But it's you know, he has his companions with him. He has this cat and mouse by his side. Could be a bit of a game of cat and mouse going on, possibly. 7 and 3 make 11. Yeah, but I was picking up on this kind of energy of you're not alone. Oh, now I've got you're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time. Open your mind. Was that Olive song that came through yesterday then for Leo? Could be somebody called Olive, right? They just gave me Popeye. Maybe somebody likes Popeye or spinach. Just weird side thing that came through there. But I'm getting this sense of it being 2 people. It's like, well, there may be a sense of financial loss, but this is not one person. You're not alone. You've got somebody with you, because 3 and 7 make 11. That breaks down to a 2. That's 2 people. What's on the bottom? Oh, yeah, just be careful. Really do be careful back here. Look at it all. It's, again, use your intuition to guide you through this situation. See, I've put false person with the dog close up, so just be wary. Somebody may look like they're a very good friend, but actually have hidden intentions, possibly. Or, you know, the false person card, though, sometimes for me it can be people being secretive, but for a good reason. So, for example, if you were planning a surprise party for somebody, you wouldn't necessarily be honest about that. You would, you know, if you were asked, what are you doing? Why did you spend that money? And you'd be like, oh, it was just a bill that I had to pay. You know, you don't want to go, oh, I was buying your cake for your surprise party. So, you know, false person, it doesn't necessarily mean bad intention, but this, I feel like there's definitely secrets here in regards to this friendship, but the clouds will clear, and somebody will be recognized if they've acted in high honor. It's like, it's almost as though the secrets will be revealed, and you'll find out actually it's a good thing, is the way that was coming through for me. Can you tell me the relationship, please, between the romantic woman and the main male? The relationship between, thank you. Oh, heartbreak. Yeah, I definitely did get the feeling that this was something from the past, somebody that broke your heart, possibly, or somebody. It's coming through almost like you broke somebody else's heart and they have held on to that pain. They're not letting it go, possibly. So do be careful that they're not being a little bit vengeful. Yeah, I was getting that impression that they possibly were keeping an eye on you, or you're keeping an eye on them. 3 and 3 could be that there was a third party situation here. You know, somebody else involved in this relationship. The Three of Wands is a card about waiting for your ships to come in, investing in something and waiting for the right time to kind of like get on that boat and reap the rewards. But here you can see he's looking at this heartbreak, and again he's getting a close-up look at this. Okay. So tell me please about the dog, the moon, the clouds and great fortune. Tell me more about this situation here, please. Clarifier, please. Somebody's out in the cold. Again, we've got the Knight of Swords. Again, it's this card about the need to take action, the need to cut something out or deliver information. I feel like what's actually happening here is the Four of Wands is a card about, in the upright, it's a card about celebration. It can be an event, a party, excuse me, it's kind of like somebody described it as a milestone card, and I really liked that example because it's to do with like milestones in your life, like getting married, for example, or celebrating an important birthday, or celebrating getting a job you wanted. It's about laying strong solid foundations and celebrating that with other people. It's the people around you, your community around you. It can mean marriage as well for me in the tarot, but we don't have a marriage card here. There are marriage cards that could have come out up here and they didn't. So it could be that somebody has taken action in regards to leaving a situation. With it being in reverse, it's like it's not happy, so it's like not happy families, it's the opposite, or it's something that was in the past again. So it could be that somebody's left a relationship but they're not revealing it, or they want to take action to leave a relationship but they're not revealing it. But I feel like this night could deliver some information, deliver some news that is going to clear up this confusion. These clouds are going to clear, and it's going to feel very fortunate when that happens. December, broom, thoughts, poverty. What's going on with this sense of poverty? Can you explain to me this what's causing this sense of poverty? Well, that's quite a lot, isn't it? I don't know what to make of all that. Can I check which way up, please? This is, to me, the admired person. This is the Queen of Pentacles. I associate this card with this card, this great fortune, because of all the gold that she wears. So it's somebody who could be actually very financially well off, not necessarily rich, but comfortable. They have everything they need. It's preceded by temperance. Temperance is balancing out emotions with passions. It's also a card about being very, very patient. We also have this card on the other end, the Knight of Pentacles, which again is a card about being very, very patient in a situation, taking your time, doing things properly. However, it's preceded by this Chariot card. Now the Chariot is one of the fastest cards in the tarot. It's fast action, fast movement forward, making your mind up, making a decision, absolutely racing ahead. It's the racing car of the tarot. So it could be something to do with a car or travel, but you can see he's walking by foot, he's not in the car. So really is this kind of patience energy, pulling back on the reins, being very, very patient. Now between the Queen of Pentacles and this King of Wands is this Ten of Cups card. Now I feel like this relationship here, just to kind of bring this over, somebody here is thinking that this connection, this relationship, whether that is romantic or otherwise, probably is romantic with this King of Wands here, or at least sexual, but it's this person, this main male, could be you, thinks of this woman that they are they're happily ever after, that they are you can see it's almost like wedding bells up there at the top. Bells. Did you get bells in your last reading? 2 bells? Or was that Leo yesterday? I can't remember, because I've watched Virgo's reading, so I can't remember which reading that came out through, but there was something about bells. So I really feel like this main male sees the female as somebody that they can have a happily ever after with. The female is coming through as the Queen of Pentacles, so this is it is actually a wife card, so it could be someone you are already committed to. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very grounded, very nurturing, very motherly energy. She could be a brilliant career woman. She's quite she kind of has, she's very, very capable, is the way she's coming through today. And he's definitely, I feel, idolizing her. The male is showing as the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who is very, very driven, very passionate. There's a sexual intensity coming from this card today. You know, he really kind of wants to... he wants to get with the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Wands gets what he wants, especially if he's backed up by this Knight of Pentacles. It could be the same person, could be 2 different people. I'm seeing it as the same energy today. So very, very driven, very passionate. I feel like led by intuition as well here, because the Chariot is the Cancerian card. You could be dealing with a Cancerian. So it's somebody who really trusts the gut, trusts their instincts, is quite impulsive, takes fast action, but they're controlling this. They are taking it step by step. They're kind of putting a plan in action here. They're doing things properly. Over here, this Temperance energy, I feel, is connected with the Queen of Pentacles. She's been very, very patient in a situation. So I don't know why this is coming through as poverty. I asked about the financial thing and the poverty. Perhaps it's the financial constraints that are causing this slowdown energy. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. It is what it is. Oh, they're giving me another card. Did you see the way that just flicked off? Excuse me. Page of Pentacles. This to me is the imagery gives me coming in from the cold. So if somebody's been out in the cold in a situation, it's like they're going to come in from the cold. Could be that they're coming out of poverty, possibly, emotional poverty. If this is 2 different people, one of these people is could be a fire sign, somebody who's, again, passionate, takes action. They do have full control over their emotions, though. The King of Wands, he's not a page, he's not a knight, he's the king. He's very mature, so he's got a lot of this kind of like fiery energy that motivates him, but he's got a lot of control over it. The Knight of Pentacles, if this is a different person, it could be earth sign energy. It's somebody who's very, very dependable, may not be very exciting, but they're dependable. They're kind of like the steady Eddie, the tortoise that wins the race in the end, because they do the hard work. They pay attention to the small details. So it could be 2 different people you're dealing with here. If you're the feminine energy, if you're the male, you can decide, are both of these you, or is one you and the other not you. But again, with the tarot, normally with the tarot, I'd say that it could be any gender, but it is coming through as a strong feminine and masculine energy today. Just to kind of show you this, the death card and the underline there. This usually means the complete end of a situation, cutting something out. Yeah, I really feel like it could be that somebody's done with the situation from the past, possibly. But I was saying up here as well that somebody may have to make a decision. They may have to make a change by December, or in December. Okay, can you get me An advice card, please, for the people coming to the reading today. What's the best advice you have, please, for the people coming to the reading today? It's a very, very strange reading, Virgo, I have to say. Not entirely comfortable with it. Intricacies in industry on the bottom there. Somebody else had that. Don't know who it was, though. So the in Crescent Moon, that's my Pygmalion card. Two worlds. Yeah, and the War of the Roses again, it's kind of connecting with that Cancerian reading yesterday. No, Leo's reading, sorry, yesterday. I keep thinking that this is Leo's reading. It's funny, like all the signs are kind of slipping into each other at the moment. Definitely getting sense of this, like with two worlds and the War of the Roses, it's like two sides of a battle here, two different backgrounds, two different, like, it could be that somebody was brought up with a lot of money and somebody was brought up with who didn't have a lot of money here. It's kind of giving me, I mentioned this is my Pygmalion card. Now that's a reference to the story by Ovid in classical Rome. That's the story I'm most familiar with. Pygmalion sculpts his ideal of a perfect woman who is untainted, and he prays to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, for his wish to come true, for this woman to become real. Aphrodite grants him this wish, and he gets his wish. His statue becomes real. There is a sense here of a craftsman, somebody who is creating something. Again, I had like that artist vibe from the image I saw. Pygmalion would be an artist. The spider gives me kind of Ariadne or Arachne. I get the two mixed up. One of them, she was a weaver. She made a tapestry along with the goddess Athena. She kind of thought that she was... Yeah, I don't need to get into that story. It's not important right now. But there is this sense of somebody who could be like somebody who crafts something, an artist. But it's also coming through strongly as my Fair Lady, or Pretty Woman, I guess. It's like, because those two stories are kind of like they followed on from the Pygmalion myth. You know, they it's the same kind of thing. So if I'm talking about, so if I've got too many things in my head, so I'm sorry that I'm stuttering a little bit. So if it's My Fair Lady, it's almost like this could be where the poverty is coming in. Eliza Doolittle, she kind of came from a very, very humble background. And this other, I can't remember his name now, the man in it, he kind of said, I'm going to make a lady out of her. He kind of crafts her, makes her kind of acceptable to his society. And again, the same in Pretty Woman, he kind of overhauls her image a little bit, and okay, let's keep going. Six of Keys then. I can't think of his name. I can almost hear her saying it, and I can't quite get it. I can hear her accent and everything, but it's not coming through with his name, and I don't know why. I don't know, it's like they're blocking his name, which again is like kind of blocking energy. I can't... Somebody here, and I feel like it's the masculine energy, so whether that's you or somebody that you're dealing with, it's like I can't get into their energy. It's like they really are defending their energy. It's like they've got a shield up, and I can't access it. Six of Keys in Crescent Moon. A man works diligently, sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbour city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It's called the increscent moon. This waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have been combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is a great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. Well, it's not bad, is it? Let's read the Two Worlds card. Why aren't they getting? Why can't I get it? I can hear her saying it, but I can't get the name. Oh, that's going to drive me mad. Okay, let's see. Surrounded by a spinning wheel and baskets of wool, a beautiful woman, worried and tired, gazes at the embers in the fireplace. She has worked hard at her spinning for the coins that are gathered on the table. The expansive window behind her looks out onto a Buddhist monastery high in the mountains. When you receive this card, there is a conflict in your life between what the outer world requires of you and how your own spirit directs you. You actually may have had a number of past lives where you wanted to focus on your spiritual growth, and therefore joined a monastery to do so, but then missing the wonders of the secular world, the wonders that the secular world could offer, such as love, family, and financial success. You chose the secular world exclusively in your next incarnation, yet this didn't offer the spiritual focus you also sought. Because of this, it's likely that you bounced back and forth from the monastic to the personal in a number of incarnations and through a number of different faiths. You are now again experiencing a polarity between a fully self-realized spiritual experience and personal success in your day-to-day life. It often feels as if you have to let one go in order to embrace the other. This push-pull will continue until you learn how to bring your spiritual self to every situation in your personal life. It's time to replace worry with trust and integrate your eternal truth with your temporal reality. If you have a job or are in a relationship that actively pulls you from your spirit, you must deal with it or possibly leave it. Who you are is forever who you are now. Let nothing impede that power. When you own it, absolute self-realization in both worlds will elude you no longer. I don't know. Okay, War of the Roses then. Can I just double check which way round you wanted this? Yeah, in the upright. Okay, just wanted to check. Storm clouds gather in the sky. Two lines of mounted knights stand at the ready, facing each other across a clear field of battle. I can't speak. The left side carries the banner of the white rose. The right carries the red rose. So York and Lancaster, possibly you have... maybe you live in York or Lancaster, perhaps you have family from there, perhaps it's your last name. The card depicts a war within a relationship and or a battle within your heart about a relationship. Most often this relationship is romantic in nature, but the card could also refer to a co-worker, partner, boss or family member. There could be power plays, and at the very least there is a lack of reciprocity in communication. You are at an impasse. Your intuition or your spirit, the white rose, has told you that the experience is not a supportive one, but your passions, fears and needs, the red rose, keep you from listening. You have tried to bring the two together, as indicated by the dirty flag with the combined red and white rose on the ground. But what is happening in this relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you. So there you stand, your spirit and your passions just watching and waiting. This situation is nothing less than karmic, and it is time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honouring are required now for you to position yourself best and make plans to leave the battlefield. So definitely a conflict within you, right? It's like your hard work is going to pay off. You're going to have that reward and recognition, but there is a conflict within you because you've got this, the spiritual side of you, the intuition, the connection to the universe that is pulling you one way, and I feel like the tangible world, your needs are pulling you in a different direction. So it's like, do you let go of one to have the other? One second. It was just my little boy. He was saying, I'm playing with Lego and it's very loud, so I didn't realise you were recording, and I'm sorry if it's loud. I think it's fine, I've not heard you at all. So I don't know, Virgo, that was a very, very challenging reading for me. As I say, there was like an energy that I just couldn't access there. Definitely some kind of defensiveness. There's something that doesn't feel quite right, but perhaps the clouds are going to clear, and everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to kind of be revealed. Over here, it's almost like you have a choice between, with this War of the Roses, it's like your choice is between either choosing emotional poverty or choosing financial poverty. It's like you could have success in one area but not the other, so it sounds very, very challenging actually. It does really feel like a bit of a battle, and I kind of don't want to leave it there. I kind of want to pull you an advice card, but I think basically you just have to be patient, right? You've got these energies of patience, and just wait for the reveal to come, because I feel like there's going to be some sort of truth communicated or some kind of reveal here, and hopefully that will help you out with this balancing. I mean, the Two Worlds card is definitely saying you need to kind of have both. Let me just go back to what that one said. What did it say? This push-pull will continue until you learn to bring your spiritual self to every situation in your personal life. It's time to replace worry with trust and integrate your eternal truth with your temporal reality. If you have a job or are in a relationship that actively pulls you from your spirit, you must deal with it or possibly leave it. Who you are is forever who you are now. Let nothing impede that power. When you own it, absolute self-realization in both worlds will elude you no longer. So I don't know, Virgo, hopefully you're going to be feeling a lot more clear with that than I am. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave you there. I'm curious to see how this plays out for you. I'm curious to see what this reveal is. But I like that you're highly thought of. That's good. Yeah. Just hold position a little bit longer, I think, and wait for other people to kind of reveal their truths. I think that's probably the best advice I could give you right now. Don't make any rash decisions without at least consulting with friends and family first, or you know your own situation best. So don't make any crazy decisions based on this reading here today. I'm going to leave it there. If you liked, please leave me a like. If you've got any comments, about what's going on here, because I'm completely confused, and you're happy to share, you can do that in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you think this is somebody's situation, maybe you're the friend, and this situation is playing out with your friendship group, maybe share the video with them if you think it would help them. Really helps out my channel. And if you want to come in as a stealth watcher, that's absolutely fine as well. Best of luck with that, Virgo. Do take care, and I'll be back with you again soon. Bye bye.